Yeah, hello everybody, and good evening, and welcome to the Mitras and Club of Philosophers, right? Good. So here begins our wonderful journey. We would be meeting almost daily for about 2.5 months, right? Broadly, you can understand that between 2.5 to 3 months, we will be able to finish our syllabus, and that will be very comfortably. We would be meeting 5 days a week, broadly Monday to Friday, but days are not fixed, right? Sometimes you have work or I have work or some festival is there, and sometimes we are not able to meet on Thursday and Friday. So in that particular week I will be taking class on Saturday, Sunday also, right? So broadly we will be taking 5 days a week. Now before starting anything in the name of philosophy or subject or syllabus or test series, we would like to discuss some of the basic issues, right? Out of that, first thing is that though we have gathered here to study philosophy, but we are not supposed to become philosophers. We are here not to become philosophers. This one particular line I would be repeating almost every class. We are not PhD students. We are not research scholars. Our objective should be very crystal clear that I want IAS. To be IAS, you need to be in top 100. That's very clear. Sometimes it happens you got 101 rank and IAS finished at 100. Right? So you need to be, I need to be in top 100. For that I need to have good score. And hence I will prepare for accordingly. What is philosophy and history and PubAd and political science? Here I am not concerned. Just give me all those things and tips and do's and don'ts which makes me to secure good score. And good score is not my objective. My objective is to come into the top 100 so that I can get IAS. Because even if you get IPS, next year again you will be seen in Old Rajendra Nagar. Or might be after 3 years, you become IPS, you joined, did 2 years training, you got posting. After 3 years, again you will be seen here, but you will be seen definitely. And then you will be saying, sir, IAS ही होता है. Right? ऐसी चीज ना हो, isn't it? So hence we have to prepare accordingly. What I am trying to say, we don't have to become philosophers. One thing, right? Our syllabus is well defined. It's well structured. Many people and some of you also have inquired, sir, it's a very vague and very abstract. I don't find any words to explain. I mean, this is the best time so that I can explain you. Yeah, why you people call it vague and abstract? Because we don't have to become philosophers. Who told you to, philosophize and to create new theories? Who you are? When I say that we don't have to become philosophers, it means that it is we who have to create a new philosophy, new theories, new views. You don't have to think and create a new idea. I mean, this is what the major conception is. यार मेरे को सोचना पड़ेगा, हाँ, और मुझे एक नई थ्योरी बनानी पड़ेगी, फिलॉसफी. यार आप हो कौन? And why we people are so, bothered to study your views? Don't you think we would love to study views of Amartya Sen, APJ Abdul Kalam, John Rawls, Plato? यार उनके व्यूज पढ़ेंगे तो I mean that just justified. तो ये किसने कहा? Who told you to create your philosophy? Your syllabus is well structured. When I say well structured means a well defined philosophy is there. And one particular topic is mentioned in front of him. We just need to study only that. Suppose we have one philosopher, Plato. Plato is a huge philosopher. one full-fledged library can be maintained on Plato. He spoke on everything. Jobless person, isn't it? He spoke on polity, government, society, women, ethics. Of ethics maybe you will study him, isn't it? On all issues, religion, philosophy, in his huge chunk. We have only one topic, very small topic, that has been taken from that and written in our syllabus. So what Plato says about that, we are just confined to that. And only what Plato is saying. We have no scope of either adding anything or deleting anything. What Plato spoke on government, on women, on society, on ethics, we are not concerned. We are not bothered. Now you tell me where is vagueness and abstractness. Plato said on that particular topic XYZ. It's final XYZ. Now we have to understand what does this XYZ mean. Can I add anything? ABC? No. It's a simple mathematics. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 means 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. That's it. Your whole syllabus, paper 1, is like that only. Western or Indian. All are based. Plato is there, Aristotle is there, Buddha is there. Buddha says that there are 4 noble truths. 4 means 4. Some people say, sir, I think this will be 5th noble truth. मैंने कहा भाई तू बन जा बुद्धा यार. Where is 5th? Hence I say, यार who told you to become philosopher? 4 में क्या लिखा है यार वो बताना मुझे. What is written in those 4 noble truths? Please tell me. If you are able to tell, you are on the right track. If you are going that 5th noble truth and he should have said this also, I mean I don't find it good. So whole of paper 1 right from top to bottom is thinker based, is like mathematics. My job over here to explain that in a simplified way. My job is just to transfer his mind to you in a very simplified way. In this process of transferring, I have no authority to add anything, eat anything. And I am very sure you will understand each and everything in one go. I mean that is fine, academically we will see what we can do, but you will understand in one go. So first thing, which again and again I would be repeating, that we don't have to become philosophers. Our job and our objective is entirely different over here. Be focused. I want this, that's it. Second thing, look, there is no shortcut to success. Why I am saying this? Because there is a wrong branding of this subject, philosophy. Wrong branding means, philosophy means very short syllabus. We carried away by that very short syllabus and we understand that philosophy lelia, hence success. But where is, does it mean that short syllabus mean, easy way? Whatever you put in efforts in geography and PubAd and political science, same level of efforts you have to put in philosophy. So don't be an illusion. I won't say, or you take philosophy and it says success will come very easy. Or how can I afford to say that? There is no substitute to hard work. You have to sweat in. Isn't it? But there are fine some of the, inherent advantages of subject. You can have multiple revisions because of short syllabus. Isn't it? Otherwise, you have to do same work. So, don't be an illusion. There is no shortcut to success. You have to really sweat in. You have to give multiple revisions. And key to success, whichever subject you take, is revisions and writing practice. I have not seen third thing. In my time and in last decade in this industry, I have not seen third thing apart from these two. Anybody, whoever, whenever does these two, he will get through. No matter whether you are brilliant, you are genius, you are gold medalist in IIT, IIMs. But if you have not done these two, then forget it. Even if you become, I mean, fine, chance factor is always there. Right? So there is no shortcut. Yes, I mean, one more thing I would like to say. All subjects are good. Who told you that this subject is bad and this subject is good? All subjects are good. Right? It all depends on that when you get right guidance at right time. People look for subject, but I think you should look for, good guidance. If you get somebody who says and you are convinced, and that is true, if somebody says you take Urdu literature, any person from whichever part of the country, if he says you take Urdu, I'll make you an expertise in 1.5 months, you will get 300 or 350. Take Urdu. Where is the problem? Because our goal is clear, isn't it? So what you want is, you should look out, somebody who can give you good guidance. So all subjects are good in themselves. There is no doubt about it. But yes, every subject has some pros and cons. Philosophy, since we have gathered here for philosophy, so I'll give you certain competitive advantages of this subject. Very short syllabus. In old pattern, there was one subject, if you remember, Pali. Right? It was very short. I think people used to do in 40-45 days. And Pali has given brilliant result. But it doesn't help in your GS. It doesn't help in your essay. But still people used to take a lot. And it had given a, bumper result. Why? Because of short syllabus. Why? Because they can make multiple revisions. You will revise geography before means only one time or two times. And in Pali, you would be end up revising more than 20-30 times. Or easily to liya tha. Same thing, now thankfully, Pali has been removed. Right. Otherwise, philosophy, the biggest competitor was Pali. We used to have really tough time. Isn't it? So now philosophy stands on that. It's a very short syllabus. Very short syllabus means we will be finishing in about 2.5 months very comfortably, 5 days a week. Right? Hence, you have to and you will be in position to give multiple revisions. My standards are that you should revise 20 times. I know that the acceptance will be 0 at this point of time. You won't accept me 20 times. It's a very highly exaggerated figure. But I am very much convinced, and I am sure whenever you will get rank and whenever you will come and share your experience over here, you will be saying, yes sir, 20 revisions have said very, very modest figure. I have given more than 20 revisions, and I'll show you that you will also give, and you can and you will be able to give 20 plus revisions. इसीलिए आप फिलॉसफी ले रहे हैं और कोई पर्पस नहीं है. और अगर 20 रिविजन्स नहीं किए, if you have not done 20 revisions, then your purpose of taking this subject is defeated. So very short syllabus. Of course, it's scoring also. Just now I told you, paper 1 is think. If you have understood, then where he will deduct marks. Third thing, which is equally important, there are no current updates. You don't have to, to current relevance. Don't have to read newspaper and magazines and journals as you do in PABAD, sociology and political science, and to some extent psychology also. Done. These are some of the inherent advantages of philosophy. But again I would say it's not shortcut to success. जितनी मेहनत आप ज्योग्राफी में करते हैं उतनी ही करनी पड़ेगी. Point is, there you revise one time, two time, here you will have multiple revisions. Right? So first thing, you don't have to become philosopher. Second, there is no shortcut. I have told you, my standards are 20 revisions. Third thing, I don't expect anything from you in the name of philosophy. Right? I will treat you just like this board. It's a blank slate. Nothing is written in your mind in the name of philosophy. If you have philosophical bent of mind, I have nothing to do with that. If you have read some good philosophy books, useless from my point of view. If you have given prior reading, you wasted your time. Right? So one thing, be comfortable with this. Even in the remote way, paper 2 I will be discussing some other topics like democracy and secularism. Even in those topics, I won't expect anything from you in the name of philosophy, right? But I will expect from you hard work, revisions and writing practices. Another way of saying is that whichever topic I take, either from paper 1 or paper 2, I don't presume anything and then I'll start taking. Presume anything means, suppose you go to general studies classes, your teacher presumes that at least you have gone through some basic NCERTs 6th standard to 10th standard. That goes without saying. But I don't have any some kind of expectation, or I will not move on any such presumption also. For me, you are blank. If you are not blank, please undo things and give me blank. It will be easier for me. Otherwise, I have to clean and then I have to put it. Third thing within this is many of you have asked that shall we have prior reading. I think that is quite clear. No prior reading is required. Please don't waste your time. If you have enough time, you better go through GS books. If you still have time, read good books that will help you in essay. Because once you are into the full momentum, you won't be getting time to study some autobiographies, some out of the context books. So if you have to spare time, so let us invest our time into that. Why to struggle into this subject, self study, if you have made up your mind for classes, right? So I have no expectation in the name of philosophy. I have no presumption. In between classes, while I take topics, many people will ask questions, though they don't have they're not competent enough to ask question. वो जानते ही नहीं और क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो. Getting my point? But other people think, अरे यार ये पढ़ के आया है, इसको तो आता है सारा. मैं आपको बता दूं, उसको कुछ नहीं आता है. And he is just hitting left and right. But I will entertain your question. If it becomes out of context completely, then I will stop. I will entertain. क्यों? पढ़ते वक्त ब्रेक भी मिलना चाहिए. उन क्वेश्चंस का कोई दम नहीं है, कोई बेस नहीं है. पर ठीक है, नए सब्जेक्ट इनिशियली 4-5 days 6 days you will take some time to settle down. Fine, I understand. You might be asking some weird questions. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. But as we proceed on, you will understand what is the nature of the subject, and you will be understanding here on what basis I am asking questions. तो कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछता है, या if I ask anything, if he says answers, it does not mean that he has some prior knowledge of philosophy. He answered ओनली बिकॉज ऑन बेस्ड ऑन द लॉजिक। लॉजिकली आप सोचेंगे तो आपको भी जवाब मिल जाएगा, लेकिन इससे सब्जेक्ट से कोई लेने देना नहीं। सो बी कंफर्टेबल, डोंट फील अरे ही इज डूइंग दैट एंड दैट, एवरीबडी इज ऑन द सेम प्लेटफॉर्म, एंड योर एक्चुअल असेसमेंट विल बिगिन विथ माई फर्स्ट आंसर राइटिंग सेशन। तब पता लग जाएगा कि यार कितने पानी में। राइट, सो वन थिंग, नो फिलोसोफाइजिंग, second thing, no shortcut to success, third, no expectation in the name of philosophy, just come freely and move along with the class. Fourth thing, your questions, your concerns. Sir, can I do it? ये क्या बात हुई? If you are average student, you will, you can, you will, average student हो तो कैन आई डू इट? मैंने कहा तूने इंजीनियरिंग तो 2-2 दिन पढ़ के करिए कि नहीं करिए? सबने वही करी है। पता लगा डिग्री ऑनर्स, अच्छा सेशनल में कितने मिले? 85-90%। थ्योरी में हाँ सर वो क्या है, वो दाएं बाएं फिर लेफ्ट राइट, 3 दिन में ही तो पढ़ते थे, isn't it? तो जब यार इंजीनियरिंग कर सकते हो तो यार ये क्या चीज है? कैन आई डू इट मतलब इतना डर क्यों रहे हो यार? आपके सामने पीपल आर टेकिंग एंड पीपल आर गेटिंग रैंक, ले तो रहे। वन थिंग, सेकेंड थिंग, सर डज इट रिक्वायर फिलोसॉफिकल बेंट ऑफ माइंड? इफ समबडी सेज के आई डोंट हैव एनी फिलोसॉफिकल बेंट ऑफ माइंड, मेरी इच्छा होती है कि उसको इमीडिएटली एडमिशन दिला candidate to study philosophy, because if somebody says here I have some philosophical bent of mind, then in my mind I think यार इस पे थोड़ी मेहनत करनी होगी, I have to undo his bent of mind. Getting, I'm talking very honestly and very straightforward. Sir, I have engineering background, I am science background, तो बैकग्राउंड तो इंजीनियरिंग है, मैंने कहा ले ले फिर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग तो सर बहुत वास्ट हो जाता है वो, मैंने कहा मैथ्स फिजिक्स तो 10वीं से पढ़ रहा है, वो ले ले। है कोई जवाब आपके पास? नहीं, आई नो इट, पूछने के लिए पूछ लिया कि सर आई हैव इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड, फिलोसफी तो मेरा कोई बैकग्राउंड नहीं है। व्हेन यू टेक पबार्ड, व्हेन यू टेक ज्योग्राफी, तो क्या उसमें बैकग्राउंड है? नाम थोड़ा सा फेमिलियर लगा ज्योग्राफी, हाँ यार 10th में मैप्स मूव्स देखे थे, उसी के बेसिस पे ले लिया। एंड समबडी सेज यस इट इज टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट, आई हैड ज्योग्राफी राइट एंड आई लाफ, यार वेयर इज व्हाट टेक्निकलिटीज आवर देयर इन द ज्योग्राफी एक्सेप्ट क्लाइमेटोलॉजी एंड ओशनोग्राफी एंड टू सम एक्सटेंट प्लेट टेक्टोनिक्स एंड जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी। उसके बाद में क्या टेक्निकलिटीज हैं यार? Until unless you update and you read some good books and Yojana and Kurukshetra, and you have the in-depth understanding, you won't be able to, isn't it? So engineering background, and what is this? We have got result. You see previous 5-6 years result. People are taking, people are giving result from all disciplines, from all parts of the country. Last year we had from Jammu Kashmir, some year back we had result from Manipur, philosophy, from Andhra also, Jikirti, from Kerala also. Those were the days when UP, Rajasthan and Bihar were the strongholds of philosophy. I think those were the days about 10 to 12 years back. Now people are taking and excelling, isn't it? When you can take Pali, then what is the problem in philosophy? So don't create any apprehensions, and all these apprehensions are created at the tea shops. Oh, 4 or 5 friends are standing and one of them says, यार I have taken philosophy. बाकी 4 लोग क्या बोलते हैं? तू तो गया भाई, ले और ले फिलोसफी, पता है वहां पर क्या होता है? हाँ फिलोसफी करिए, तूने कभी फिलोसफी के बारे में सोचा है? वहां टॉपिक लिखा है गॉड गुड की बात होती है वहां पे, वो सिलेबस भी देखता है, वहां पे लिखा है प्रूफ फॉर द एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ गॉड, एंड देन ही सेज कि सर आई डोंट बिलीव इन गॉड, और मुझसे ही कह रहा है प्रूफ ला। आर यू गेटिंग? तो यार वो आपके प्रूफ नहीं पूछ रहा। एनीबडी एट द टी शॉप हैव ब्लास्टेड दिस सब्जेक्ट सेइंग कि यार गॉड गुड की बात होती है और सोचना पड़ता है, बट उसके अगला स्टेप हमने नहीं किया। देयर इज आवर मिस्टेक। हमने उससे ये नहीं पूछा या डू यू हैव फिलोसफी बैकग्राउंड, फिलोसफी बैकग्राउंड मीन्स डू यू हैव फिलोसफी ऑप्शनल। आई एम वेरी श्योर, 100% श्योर ही वुड से नहीं यार मेरा फिलोसफी नहीं है, मेरा तो पबेड है, मेरा फ्रेंड बता रहा था। आई एम डैम श्योर यू आस्क हिज फ्रेंड इफ ही इज फ्रॉम फिलोसफी बैकग्राउंड, no matter what marks he has secured in final, he might have secured pathetic marks, but he won't say these irrelevant things. Okay, this is like, vague and abstract, and it is you have to think and create philosophies. It is not like that. Every topic is thinker based and nothing, you don't have to do anything else. Yes, multiple revisions so that we see question and immediately we start writing. Getting my point? So all these are dilemmas, all these are concerns, myths, mythologies which is prevalent in the market. You ask any authoritative person, you ask aspirant who has done philosophy, he will give you the best inputs. He will give you the pros and cons. So this is how the thing is. Why you get carried away by the market? Result आ तो रहा है यार, टॉप 10 में भी है, टॉप 20 में भी है, टॉप 50 में भी है, टॉप 100 में भी है, पीछे भी है, 800 समथिंग रैंक भी है, 900 प्लस समथिंग भी है, सेकंड रैंक भी है, 11th रैंक भी है। अरे दिस इज डाइवर्सिफाइड। किस रिजल्ट से, किस सब्जेक्ट से रिजल्ट इज नॉट गोइंग? अगेन वी कम बैक टू द सेम थिंग दैट यू हैव प्लान टू टेक फिलॉसफी, एंड यस इट इज वेरी ट्रू, ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ टू थिंग्स। इट्स अ वेरी शॉर्ट सिलेबस and no current updates. In the last 3-4 years, some add-on has been there because of the introduction of ethics paper. Definitely it will help you. Though we won't study ethics, but still it will help you. Ethics में help करेगा और ऐसे में भी help करेगा. Your socio-political philosophy syllabus, you see it. Even if you don't take philosophy, even otherwise, you have to study all those topics because you have to prepare for essay also. Which essay you can write without referring to democracy? You just tell me one essay. You will come in full swing. You will understand the importance of democracy. If you are writing essay on environment, if you are writing on globalization, if you are writing on nationalism, if you are writing on women empowerment, whichever topic, if you are writing economic recession, if you are writing on demonetization, definitely it's a wonderful thing to democracy. Referring to justice, ये तो लिखना ही है. So treat in that way. But still ठीक है, बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स में भी एड ऑन बेनिफिट्स होते हैं, बट आई विल स्टिक ओनली टू 2 शॉर्ट सिलेबस. ऑफ कोर्स स्कोरिंग भी है, एंड बेटर इज नो करंट अपडेट्स. जैसे डेड सब्जेक्ट, इट इज स्टैटिक सब्जेक्ट. अभी तक कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है टू रिलेट विद द करंट कंटेम्पररी थिंग्स. डन. These are some of the concerns I have tried to address. Right? Course plan is about 2.5 months. Books are there, but I won't tell. I will be giving you material you might have got. First, have complete command over the booklets. Revise it number of times. Come in a position to write test, and once you have done it and you have spare time, then please do come and ask book, tell you books. But reading books, the Cost of these booklets I won't suggest. And those books are not hidden. You all know book depots. You can straight away go and you can buy. But I won't be suggesting, isn't it? Because I don't feel. I mean that will harm you. पहले जो है आपके हाथ में, have command over it. And even after reading books, even after writing mains, you will coming and you will be saying कि सर these booklets are sufficient. अगर किसी ने ये भी कर लिया और 70 to 80% reproduce, उसको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होने वाली है. That I know it. Whatever updates are to be given, I'll give you. Don't waste your time in searching out. Whatever is relevant, in time to time I'll come out and I'll give. In last 1 year, I have updated my one of the booklet, Philosophy of Religion. You will get that updated. Old student have collected that extra material. आपसे नहीं होगा, आप ट्राई करेंगे, टाइम वेस्ट होगा. Right? So, booklets will be given. You just keep on revising. कब पढ़नी है? I'll tell you. Your sole job is to move along with the class. आप यही एक अपना एक ऑब्जेक्टिव बना लें. Initial 5-6 days or maybe 1 week, you will have not much to study at home, because initially we will be moving bit slow. But once 1 week goes and we enter into the second week, your biggest challenge will to move along with the class and revise back up the previous one. If you are able to do that, you have won battle. Don't try to move ahead or try to have prior reading. You will ask, sir, which topic we are going to do tomorrow? I don't tell, because you will try to see, and here begins a problem in the class, isn't it? You will study and you will understand something else, and confrontation begins between your mind and my mind. It's better to come as a blank slate now. In one go you will understand. Daily we will be meeting 2 hours. Sometimes it might be extended. Your test series is included into that. Its name is Epoche. E-P-O-C-H-E. Epoche. What does it mean? In due course of time you will understand. And you will also understand that to what extent epoche is essential in our life. It's a philosophical term, so let it come on its own way. We will see that. It is included in the course after 1 month or 1.5 or like around probably 45 days. Your test series will be applicable. Means by that time we will be finishing that substantial section. That I'll announce properly in the class. Okay, look, these topics we have done. Now schedule is in the notice board. See that, and test 1 you can write at your convenience point. Done. About 2.5 months we will be finishing. If you don't write in between course, fine. Day on which we finish our syllabus, for example today we have finished, for another 3 months you can write your test. Right? Schedule is there on the, but that seeing schedule is of no meaning right now. Just forget it. When appropriate time comes, I'll announce in the class. Before Epoche test series, I would be conducting live answer writing sessions, because straight away jumping on the test is not viable, isn't it? We will be doing answer writing sessions here itself. What is that? Suppose we have finished topic number 1 and 2, I'll announce that after 3 days we will have answer writing session. I will write question on the board, 4 questions. You will be given 25 minutes or 30 minutes. You write here itself, and immediately after 30 minutes I'll discuss those questions. So there itself immediately you will understand where you are lacking. We will be doing these sessions and then you can straight away write answer writing session, those test series. That's fine. Okay. Before switching over to our well defined topic, we will conduct some concept building classes or foundation classes. This subject is new to all. I know that. I have categorically said that I don't expect anything from you in the name of philosophy, and I treat you as this blank. Hence, some prior concept or foundation classes are necessary. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I will be giving you that overview of those concepts. Or you can straight away mention foundation classes. I mean, this is also a foundation class. Because just straight away, we cannot start any topic. Though you will understand very well. समझने में कोई परेशानी नहीं होगी. But everything has certain, a system. We will move accordingly. As far as system is concerned, I won't be starting, perhaps I won't be starting topic number 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5 like this in linear fashion. That is mechanical way. You will understand. Or I might start from another. So I will be reordering your syllabus. After reordering, you will have complete idea. Okay, this is what the syllabus is. And that is enough for you to appreciate the subject. Rest thing depends on you. How much you work hard. Work hard means revisions and writing practice. Right? So 2, 3 classes, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will be conducting these foundation classes. Right? I think I have spoken on all the aspects regarding subject. If you have any concern, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will start my second segment. Any issue related to the subject, because you might be having a lot of queries. It is better if you can discuss out here because everybody will get benefited. Paper 2 half is static, philosophy of religion, and socio-political, it is also static, but you can understand once you talk about justice, right? So in newspaper there are a lot of things related to justice. You read secularism, you have read in GS, you read in newspaper, so you can correlate. Broadly if I say socio-political is like essay paper, but again you don't have to write current events, it's not GS paper. Anything else? I am very sure, from my side I am very sure, for another 2.5 months you will be enjoying, and there won't be a single day where you will be going empty handed. यार आज की क्लास में कुछ मिला नहीं. You will be getting a lot of things apart from philosophy. Tension nahi. As far as philosophy is concerned, I am quite sure I have no hang-ups. The only thing is that your mind should be, gate should be opened, so that I can enter into that. अगर दरवाजा ही बंद कर रखा है तो then I will become helpless. But still, if you have certain concerns, go ahead. We will have interactive class, okay? These are very, what I tell you, you won't appreciate because we have not studied anything, no? That's another way. Writing skills are required. Writing skills. तो यार राइटिंग स्किल क्या ऐसे में भी चाहिए होती है क्या? से यस और नो, उससे कम ही चाहिए. अगर फिलोसफी से, इफ यू आर सो स्कैर्ड ऑफ राइटिंग स्किल, राइटिंग स्किल्स, आई एम वरीड व्हाट यू पीपल आर गोइंग टू डू इन ऐसे पेपर. आई एम रियली वरीड. As far as the terminologies are concerned, that are part of the subject. Are you getting? Every subject has its own terminologies. if you use those terminologies to another person, वो तो clean bold हो जाता है, क्योंकि you will be writing something like that, this is the transcendental reality. अब वो देखेगा ट्रांसेंडेंटल, तो मैं तो नाम ही पहली बार सुना है, वो टेंशन में आ जाता है, वो डिक्शनरी भी देखेगा क्या है. बट फॉर यू this is the, I mean, this is what we are studying. For you it is ABC. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? This is a part, this is what the part of the subject. जैसे आप मैथ्स में आप बोले डिफरेंशिएशन इन, तो आर्ट वाले को तो लगता है यार ये कर क्या रहा है, लेकिन वो तो आप बोलेंगे यार मैं तो करता ही डिफरेंशिएशन हूं 4 पेज में. वो पूरे 4 पेज देखेगा ना, he'll not understand इसमें डिफरेंशिएशन तो वही नहीं. ये वो चीज हो रही है यहां पर. सो राइटिंग स्किल्स का कोई जरूरत नहीं है यार. पहली चीज, दिस एग्जाम इज एंटायरली डिफरेंट. ठीक है, आई थिंक इनिशियली इटसेल्फ आई टोल्ड यू, नो मैटर वेदर यू आर गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट इन IIT and IIM, इट्स नथिंग टू डू. Every exam has its own demand. If you are able to catch that demand, you will become, no matter you are third divisioner. पूरे टाइम फर्स्ट क्लास से लेकर डिग्री तक भाई साहब थर्ड डिवीजन आए, बट हियर यू कैन टॉप if you have got the actual demand of the paper exam. तो राइटिंग स्किल्स तो वैसे भी नहीं चाहिए. राइटिंग स्किल्स मतलब फ्लावरी लैंग्वेज. वी आर नॉट पोएट्स, राइट. चल क्या रहा है देश विदेश में, हमारी सोसाइटी में, वो बता दो ना यार. दैट्स इट. टू व्हाट लेवल यू अंडरस्टैंड, that will be reflected in your 4 lines, and in these 4 lines you might commit spelling mistakes. एम्पावरमेंट को कर दिया कुछ और कुछ ही, EMP की जगह AMP कर दिया. बट what you are writing in these 4 lines is amazing. I am very sure I am standing here, I can write on the piece of paper, आपके मार्क्स नहीं कटेंगे. I have seen many people committing silly mistakes. ग्रामर तो हमको खैर किसी को आती ही नहीं है, वो ग्रामर की तो छोड़ दें. स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स भी होती हैं, राइट. एंड मेनी पीपल ऑफ देम आर इन सर्विसेज विद गुड मार्क्स इन एसे. डेप्थ चाहिए यहाँ पर, योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए. इफ यू हैव गॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग, इफ यू हैव गॉट डेप्थ, इफ यू हैव गॉट दैट एनालिटिकल स्किल्स, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर नॉनसेंस. आई विल प्रूव दिस ड्यूरिंग कोर्स. Yeah. Yeah. Not at all. Mugging are also of 2 types. Right. One is parrot mugging. ले लिया और आंख बंद करके रटना शुरू कर दिया. राइट. दूसरा होता है कि वी हैव अंडरस्टूड, बोल क्या रहा है ये, एंड देन वी हैव रिवाइज्ड 10, 15, 20 टाइम्स. Both these candidates will reproduce as it is. But one person जो कि पैरेट मगिंग कर रहा है, वो कहां तक मग करेगा यार. मगिंग इज अ रॉ मगिंग, राइट. एंड सेकंड पर्सन इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग and then he is writing. I'll give you another example of this. You all are from science background and most of you are from engineering background, that I know it without asking. In physics and engineering you might have done derivation, 3 page 4 page derivation. क्या वो रटा हुआ था? Was that mugged up? No. Then you understood, and hence one step is leading to the another step. This is what will happen in paper 1. I don't understand where is the part of mugging, because one step is logically leading to the second one if you have understanding. So mugging nahi hai yaar, not at all. Anything else? Yeah. Okay, just give me some time, we'll discuss this. single space for it. Not at all. And this is what I started my lecture, right? We don't have to become philosopher. Not at all. Zero. If you do it, you had it. That's a suicide. Right? As anything. Maths है. Sum of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. किसी दिन आपने कहा यार 179 क्यों नहीं हो सकता, तो काट देगा यार, ये ले, ये पकड़. Newton has given 3 laws. If you say no here, I feel 4th law is also there, who is going, why that? Acceptance is 0. If acceptance is there, then you will be recipient of Nobel Prize, है ना. तो पेपर 1 is like that. It's a very conceptual philosophy of religion also. Say same thing to socio-political, that won't be justified, because questions are women empowerment, caste discrimination, democracy, liberty, equality, secularism, multiculturalism. इसमें तो मैं ये नहीं बोल सकता ना यार कि like paper 1. We will analyze this syllabus, no issues. Yeah. You will. You don't have to take conscious efforts for that. Automatically it will come. And hence it will help you immensely. Immensely का मतलब है 5 से 10 नंबर का बेनिफिट आपको फिलॉसफी में आना है. राइट 5 से 10 नंबर मतलब ये नहीं सोचो 5 से 10 नंबर में भी यार मतलब ही इज शाउटिंग, बट दैट्स अ बिग जंप एंड दैट विल कम नेचुरली एंड दैट कैन नॉट, दैट्स आर intangible benefit. Yeah. It's echoing or voice is low. Okay, sometimes voice goes away. Okay, then how do I know when it goes away? Okay, I'll do that. Anything else? उस महात्मा से पूछो कि यार तू बैठा था क्या पैनल में. यार ये सब फालतू की चीजें हैं. गिव योर बेस्ट एंड फॉरगेट इट. राइट, दिस इज व्हाट वी कैन डू इट. हाउ मार्किंग इज डन, क्या होता है वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है. वी कांट कंट्रोल दैट. व्हाट वी आर सपोज टू डू, हैव कमांड ओवर द सिलेबस, राइट एंड गेट इट इवैल्यूएटेड, गेट फीडबैक. दिस इज व्हाट योर होमवर्क इज. To what extent? I think your paper 4 has philosophical flair, right? It might not directly help you, but that philosophical flair will help you a lot. Philosophical flair means it's a value based, right? And in philosophy we always study what ought to be, क्या होना चाहिए, क्या हो रहा है, वी आर नॉट कंसर्न विद दैट. व्हाट ऑट, क्या होना चाहिए. सो इन दैट वे दैट फ्लेयर कम्स एंड ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल हेल्प यू इन ग्रास्पिंग योर पेपर 4. राइट. ओके, hope I think all the dimensions related to subject and apprehensions we have discussed. Now let us come into our second segment. And from second segment then we will be able to switch over to our basic concept building. Very obvious question, what is philosophy? Right. This is a very basic question. So we have taken subject. So let us understand what exactly philosophy mean. So what do you mean by philosophy? Love for wisdom. इस डेफिनेशन में कन्विक्शन है क्या आपके अंदर? हाँ? I mean, do you appreciate? I mean, you are right. You are right. But the thing is, this is mucked up definition. You read somewhere in the books, and hence you said love for wisdom. But are we appreciating this love for wisdom? मतलब what? मैकेनिकल काम तो कभी करना ही नहीं चाहिए. This is how the suggestion is. Even in your journal studies, whichever whatever topic is been written, उसका background जरूर होगा. Do people have time? Because you will be writing next year. One time investment है. But try to reflect on that. What exactly this topic is and what is behind the scene. Once you understand, you will start appreciating the topic. Your 50% work will be done. And here comes depth, substance. Okay. Philosophy, I don't know what is philosophy. But philosophy, one thing is sure. Philosophy begins in the realm or in the faculty of wonder. Philosophy begins with the wonder. अभी wonder क्या है? Wonder means whenever, whoever, wherever anybody is confronted with a long chain of this symbol, that means you have entered into the world of क्यों, कैसे, नहीं यार, ऐसे कैसे, क्या कहानी है, नहीं समझ में आ रहा, यार कुछ तो है. You have entered into the world of philosophy. जब भी इसको हिंदी में कहते हैं वंडर को, आई थिंक appropriate terminology, विस्मयता. When you get mesmerized, when you have moment you come across something and this long chain of the symbol comes immediately in my mind, you have entered into the world of philosophy. Right? A philosopher is like a child of the age group of 1-2 years. A child, because if you notice, you must have played with him, with that child. If you ever noticed, or you can notice in future, if you have seen his face is filled up with a long chain of this symbol, questions. Why? Because he is altogether in a completely different alien world. He has come from entirely different world to a completely, absolutely alien world. Just imagine if we happen to be in alien world. इसको तो हमने फैन बोल दिया, जो alien थोड़ी है. Getting my point? If we happen into the alien world, how we will behave, how this child is behaving. Have you ever noticed this behavior of this child? He's so enthusiastic. Are you getting? He's so restless. Have you ever noticed whatever he come across, he tries to catch it. He is jumping and he is mesmerized with the sound. You show him what he does. He tries to catch it. Isn't it? He sees this fan, put hand into that. हाथ कट गया, रोने लग गया. Isn't it? Because of pain. But his question is not answered. Because he is in an alien world. He's saying, ये है क्या? What exactly this thing is? Every time he sees dog, he tries to jump and catch it. Again he will put hand in this fan. Whatever he sees, he tries to catch it and tries to know it. I am not saying that his brain is developed. No. But he is naturally inquisitive. He wants to know different things. He is mesmerized with this pen. You show him, then you do this, then you create sound. He will become hyper. क्यों भाई यार ये है क्या चीज, कमाल की है यार, उल्टा कर दो सीधा कर दो, आवाज भी निकलती है. And he's just struggling to catch it, isn't it? And once he catch it, what does the first thing he does? आज को हाथ में पकड़ते सबसे पहला काम क्या करता है बच्चा? Put it in mouth. So this is the only medium available for it. Brain तो डेवलप हुआ नहीं, हाँ, उसको चबाएगा 10-5 सेकंड, चबा के फेंकेगा कि ये तो हो गया, अब दूसरे आने थे. Is to know. A philosopher is like this child throughout his life, till the last point of his life. Even in the last moment of his life, he is behaving like that, because he finds himself in a completely alien world. And since question is there, he seeks answers, because his brain is also developed. What happens to this child after 7 years, 6 years, 7 years? Is he still enthusiastic? Is he still restless? Does he still have, questions? Not much. Why? Because he has been conditioned by the society. And he started taking things as granted. We all are conditioned child. But out of 100, 1 person is like that child, 1 year old. And hence, whatever he come across, he is mesmerized by that. यार ये चल क्या रहा है यार, कुछ तो है. Hence he start searching, means searching for answer. Getting my point? Hence if somebody asks you what is philosophy, now you say, what is philosophy? Search for answers. बुक में रटने की कहां बात है? सर्च फॉर आंसर, सर्च फॉर ट्रुथ. अब उसको फिर आप रिफाइन करते रहो. Getting my point? So this is the simple definition of your philosophy. यार एक चेयर तो ये खाली पड़ी हुई, you can come over here. It's okay, comfortable. It is in this background, the greatest scientist, Newton, was once sitting in a park. He saw an apple falling down. Apple fall down and he jumped from his bench. Yeah, what was that? Did I see the same thing which I am seeing, believing? What immediately come into his mind? A long chain of question. And it was, yeah, it's unbelievable. Am I dreaming? He went there, he picked apple, threw, again it came down. He just went mad. ऐसा नहीं है कि apple had fallen for the first time, but it was noticed by childlike person or a philosopher. Getting? He again picked up, threw with his great energy. Apple went to great height, and to his great surprise, it again came down. And here begins his long chain of questions and sleepless nights. He forgot his sleep, and now he started searching answers for this, that why this thing has come down. For many days, months, years, he struggled, observed, experimented, and finally one day he comes and then says, okay, now you ask me why this apple comes down. And it is because of law of gravitation. So don't you think Newton, the greatest scientist, was the greatest philosopher? I said that we don't have to become philosophers. That is very narrow view. That was specific to our syllabus. In a way, everybody is philosopher. जब कभी भी किसी के भी माइंड में कोई भी क्वेश्चन आता है, he is philosopher. क्वेश्चन आ गया, it means you will search answers. And hence this is what the philosophizing is. Getting my point? Now, please right from beginning, what are these different things which have mesmerized people? Just imagine when man has come on the earth, when he started having faculty of thinking, जब सोचने लगा, क्या क्या हुआ होगा उसके साथ? Somebody would have seen fire, somebody would have seen rain, somebody would have scared, somebody would have accepted, okay fine, sometimes it comes from upwards, forget it here. But some people would have thought कि अब यार ये और कौन सा रहा? And hence he becomes philosopher. Fire, rain, trees. Why trees are moving? Why things are falling? Getting? Hence people have depended upon their mindset. They started searching answer. किसी टाइम में ऐसा हुआ होगा. I mean, we can imagine that one bucket of water might be lying. People are thinking, some of the people are thinking, यार पानी कहाँ से आ रहा है? After 2 days they saw that bucket is empty. Then they have a thought, okay, this water has gone upwards. It got, something happened. This might be initial thought, line of thought. This has developed, don't you think, scientific reasoning? Hence, what has come out? Science. Science maybe, science is very broad. Isn't it? Science is very broad. Science maybe there are different things. Similar thing had happened with the human anatomy. Outside world. And this is where scientific reasoning, and it has led to the development of science and technology. Physics, chemistry, biology. Within biology, specialization, zoology, botany. Within that, medical science. Within that, something more specialized branches. But everything is coming from philosophy. Why? Because first of all, what we need to have? Question. And question means philosophy. Question means answers. तो यहां से डेवलप हुआ like science. Getting my point? Some people might be enjoying their life. One person all of a sudden noticed the plight of women. Isn't it? He must have thought here, why women are treated like that? ये तो क्वेश्चन आ गया. क्वेश्चन आ गया तो या आंसर्स ढूंढेंगे. And hence what he becomes? Philosopher. यार ऐसी स्थिति हुई क्यों? Right? That means he kept on thinking on not what factors led to this state. He is not discussing the factors. Factors तो उसको पता है. But the thing is, while raising this question on women, he is raising a question on, is it justified? Treating women as an object, exploitation, subjugation. Then he asked questions. Is it justified? You tell me, is it justified? You straight away say, no. Then what? Next step? This is women discrimination, gender inequality is right or wrong? Wrong. Then what next step? What next question will come in your mind? What is right then? If it is wrong, then what is right? Then obviously you will say, what ought to be? What क्या होना चाहिए? तो ये तो यार कौन सी फिलॉसफी बन गई? ये तो सोशियो फिलॉसफी बन गई. That means here we are discussing what ought to be. Getting my point? It's just imagine, caste discrimination. Acha, what is that? untouchability. Okay, what is that? Untouchability means if some untouchable person touches me, then I become impure, polluted. Ajal, I mean, this is funny. That person touches me and I become impure and polluted. But he takes bath thrice a day. And I have not taken bath for last 5 days. But see the contradiction. Instead of getting he impure, what society says? I got polluted. तो ये तो क्या क्या इमर्ज हो रहे हैं? Questions emerge हो रहे हैं. You think questions will come. And if question come, means I will seek answers. And not just seeking answers, I will seek justification. Don't get stuck up with the justification. You talked about the wisdom, no? We are talking about that wisdom only. I don't want an answer. I want, is it justified? इसका justification ढूंढना है मुझे. I tried a lot. And at the end, what I got answer? Is it justified? What answer I got? You tell me. Is it justified? No. Why? Because it is wrong. So if it is wrong, then what is right? So what is right? You tell me. Caste inequalities, caste discrimination is wrong. So what ought to be? Equality. तो ये तो एक वैल्यू आ गया. वैल्यू आ तो गया, आप ही तो लेके आए. Hence, we talk of value based, and this is where we start talking about equality. तो यार ये तो सोशल फिलोसफी के साथ साथ क्या क्या और क्या बनता जा रहा है? पॉलिटिकल फिलोसफी बनता जा रहा है. एंड हेंस हियर योर कम पेपर 2 फर्स्ट पार्ट सोशियो पॉलिटिकल फिलोसफी. I'll discuss it separately. Right? I'll analyze every part of the syllabus separately. I'm just giving you broad view about this subject. That how this is related to the subject and how it is related to our life and how it is related to your ethics. Getting my point? So in ethics paper, what you study, you know that. What ought to be done with what? Your governance. What is ethical governance, right? And how we ought to govern. अगर वो समझ में आ गया तो पेपर 4 is nothing. Hence it is value based, ought to be. ऐसे अलग अलग फील्ड में क्वेश्चंस आते रहे. And some people, right? Some people started seeking justifications. When they failed to justify, then they talked what ought to be. And once they started thinking on what ought to, क्या होना चाहिए, then what had emerged? Values, equality, justice, empowerment, caste equalities, gender equality, secularism, वो सारा अपने आप आता चला गया. Don't have to put extra pressure. Think logically. You will understand everything. Getting? But I'm not interested in social things. I'm also not interested in science. I'm not also interested in political philosophy. I'm not. You have different hobbies. We all have different hobbies. ये तो कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आपकी जो हॉबी हो उसमें मेरे को इंटरेस्ट है. So I am not interested in any of these things. Getting? Because hence since I am not interested, no question emerges with respect to society in my mind. भाई नहीं रेज हो रहे हैं, मैं क्या करूं? Okay, no problem. It's not forceful. But there is one area where everybody has to think sooner or later. There is one area which interests us invariably, sooner or later. ऐसे कौन से इश्यूज हैं यार? such questions come when we lose our near and dear ones. Sooner or later, everybody has to go, right? When we lose our near and dear one, then those days, 3 days and 10 days and 1 year and that particular moment, what questions come? Questions. We are interested in questions, right? Questions come. इसका मतलब तो आप तो फिलोसोफाइज कर रहे हो, और क्वेश्चंस हैं तो आंसर्स भी ढूंढोगे. कुछ लोग बात 10 दिन, 15 दिन, 6 महीने, 1 साल बाद भूल जाते हैं. कुछ लोग उसमें दे एंटर and they try to search out. What kind of questions come? Here, what is death? Where this person has gone? From where I have come? Where I'll go? Is there anybody who is regulating? क्या वाकई गॉड है क्या? These are the some of the questions come. Are you getting? लेकिन यहां जो क्वेश्चंस आए, इन क्वेश्चंस में और इन क्वेश्चंस में डिफरेंस क्या है? Here we can raise questions and when we can seek justification and answer and we can verify. Isn't it? Science is what? Observation, experimentation and verification. Hence it is proved. All these things are within our domain of experience. Means all these things are pertaining to this world. Women का status दिख रहा है हमें experience कर रहे हैं. Caste discrimination we are experiencing. We are experiencing hunger. We are experiencing totalitarian Hitler kind of regime. We experience democracy. Are you getting? All these are within our domain of experience. But all these things are they within our experience? Hence they are beyond our experience. They are beyond our experience. Is that clear? But here also I want answers. But here whoever gives answer, can he verify? Isn't it? Nobody can verify. Means this area is beyond experience. That means this is all about my flight of thought. This is what I think. Somebody had said, "Kare मैं बताता हूँ यार, ऊपर ब्रह्मा जी बैठे हुए हैं और वो रेगुलेट कर रहे हैं." But somebody had said, ये वेरीफाई करे, दिखा ब्रह्मा जी को. तो कैन आई वेरीफाई? Yeah, not at all. Hence he will be saying, करे ब्रह्मा जी का कोई चक्कर नहीं है यहाँ पर. हाँ, this is like unforeseen, sexless, formless, अदृश्य शक्ति है. That is managing. फिर मैंने चुका तू कुछ दिखा करा वेरीफाई. Can he verify? So what basically we are getting? We are getting different answers, different perspectives. मतलब ये रियाल्म कौन सा रियाल्म हो गया? बियॉन्ड एक्सपीरियंस. क्या सब लोग एक्सपीरियंस करके बोल रहे हैं क्या? सब अपने अपने सोच के बोल रहे हैं, थॉट्स पे बोल रहे हैं, अपने अपने फ्लाइट ऑफ थॉट है. ये तो फ्लाइट ऑफ थॉट बड़ा ही रिफाइंड टर्मिनोलॉजी हो गया. अदरवाइज सब लोग यहां क्या कर रहे हैं? बैठ के फेंक रहे हैं. Isn't it? बड़े बड़े लोगों ने फेंक फेंक के बहुत नाम कमा लिया. जैसे that will be derogatory to our syllabus. उसका तो खैर कोई बेस ही नहीं है. फेंके मतलब अब हमारा पेपर 1 ये है. पेपर 1 में हम क्या करेंगे? बैठ के फेंके. हम नहीं फेंकेंगे. जो फेंके गए हम उनको समझेंगे, उनको कैच करेंगे. बिल्कुल एब्सोल्युटली हमने वो कैच करना है. अब आप में से कोई कहता है "अरे सर ऐसे ऐसे तो हो ही नहीं सकता", तो वो कब कह रहा था कि ऐसा होता है? उसने भी तो कहा कि बॉस ये मैं ये सोचता हूं, कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आप माने। बट सिंस दीज पीपल आर सो ग्रेट, उनके फेंकने में भी बात है। Isn't it? Have you heard name of Leibniz? You have solved Leibniz. उसने physicist, isn't it? We will study him in paper 1. उसने ऐसा फेंका कि आने वाले टाइम में क्वांटम फिजिक्स डेवलप हुई। यू कैन इमेजिन देयर फ्लाइट ऑफ थॉट। क्या ये मतलब फेंकने में भी एकेडमिक है, मतलब ऐसा भयंकर फेंक दिया कि अब पता लग रहा है कि यार एटम इज नॉट सो डेड एटम, इट्स ए क्वांटम फोटॉन्स पैकेट्स ऑफ एनर्जी। और फिर बस इतना ही चाहिए था साइंस को, फिर तो पता नहीं कैसे क्या कर दिया उन्होंने। गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो हमारा रियाल पेपर 1 एंड सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ पेपर 2 बिलोंग्स टू दिस। यहां पर हमने कुछ नहीं करना है। देयर इज वी डोंट रिक्वायर योर व्यूज बिकॉज दिस पेपर एंटायरली बेस्ड ऑन थिंकर बेस्ड पेपर इज देयर। प्लेटो, एरिस्टोटल, बुद्ध, Ramanuj and all these people, whatever they are trying, they have got base. We are not animals. If you say that sir what nonsense, what is the point in thinking like in this realm, or we are not animals, we are human beings, right? And being human means to think, and hence I am forced to think. Any sensible person will see this world and will ask to himself, yeah, how come this world has become? Charles Darwin has explained in his own way. We agreed. But somebody might have explained in different way. Even Charles Darwin would have explained in different way. Isn't it? There we will be seeing, especially in Western, great mathematicians, great scientists have done this. You can just imagine whole day they are in the laboratory. 10 to 5 observation and experimentation and verification and vigorously working on atoms and mathematical research and all those things. 5 o'clock office is over. Great scientist and mathematician get back to homes, tired, take a shower, relax, and they just sit down in their balcony with a glass of wine. Relax है ना, सरप्लस लोग हैं यार, isn't it? And hence जैसे ये गुट अंदर गई, then they ask, यार ये एटम्स किसने बनाया यार? एटम्स क्या है? he understands very well, right? But now he is asking some different question. Here, who created this atom? Means who created this world? और एक दो पैग अंदर गए, and hence we will study. ऐसे करते थे हम भी, रात के 2 बजे 3 बजे तक दे रहे दबादब। उसमें हमारे ग्रुप में से कोई बन गया यार, और फिर हम बोल रहे हैं भाई ये तो मैंने बोला था इसको, isn't it? ये तो मैं फेंकता था यार, इसने अपने भर के यार ये तो फेमस हो गया। तो भाई हमारी भी फिलॉसफी है, हम भी सोचते हैं, वी ऑल्सो ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन, लेकिन हमारे व्यूज का भी वेटेज नहीं है। गेटिंग? इसलिए आपकी फिलॉसफी की गुंजाइश नहीं है। यस, अमंग यू सम डे विल कम व्हेन यू विल बिकम सो रेनाउंड पर्सन, सो हियर आई वुड बी एक्सप्लेन योर फिलॉसफी, लेकिन अभी तो नहीं बताएं तो ज्यादा अच्छा है। दिस इज व्हाट द थिंग इज। सबका अपना अपना व्यूज है, एवरीबडी हैज हिज ओन व्यू, एवरीबडी इज थिंकिंग, बिकॉज थिंकिंग इज ए पार्ट ऑफ अवर लाइफ। वी कांट बी डम्बो, we have to, hence this is how we have a different philosophy. text and different philosophical things. We try to go what we have experienced, beyond experience. यार ये वर्ल्ड तो दिख रहा है ना मुझे, 10 से 5 में मैं इसी के बारे में स्टडी करता हूं. लेकिन डोंट यू थिंक इट्स ए लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन कि मैं जब रिलैक्स हूं, व्हेन आई हैव कम आउट ऑफ लेबोरेटरी, देन आई विल से यार ये चल क्या रहा है. इज इट नॉट लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन? वी आर नॉट मशीन्स, वी आर नॉट सो मैकेनाइज्ड. न्यूटन द ग्रेटेस्ट साइंटिस्ट, राइट? Somebody had asked, yeah, how these planets and celestial and heavenly bodies move and rotate and revolve? He says, this is because of law of gravitation. Such a silly question. Then somebody had asked, yeah, Mr. Newton, have you ever seen solar system? It's so beautifully arranged. Every planet has its own course and looks so wonderfully arranged. How come? Then Newton, the greatest scientist, says, seeing this, I feel that there must be some infinite mind who has created this. In that way, Newton has gone beyond this and have answered from this realm. This is what we have, a one branch of philosophy with which we are concerned. हमारा concern इस branch से है. And this is what we have broadly, we will be seeing that we call it like metaphysics, something that which is beyond experience, like God, soul, heaven, hell, otherworldliness. This is what metaphysics. So in paper 1, what we are going to study? Yeah, beyond experience, that is metaphysics. Okay, I'll explain in a different way. A few years back, there was one Hindi movie had come, very famous Hindi movie had come, Rockstar. देखी होगी सबने. उसमें एक बड़ा famous song था. One main character is, singing that song at Dinaulia Dargah. Can you give me just 2 lines? Kun fayo kun wala. What was that? जब पहले कुछ नहीं था, तब तू ही था, तू ही था, तू ही था. जब पहले कुछ नहीं था, तब तू ही था. दिस सेकेंड पार्ट इज आवर पेपर 1. हमने वही ढूंढना है कि जब कुछ भी नहीं था, फिर कौन था? फिर कुछ लोग बोलते हैं गॉड, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं ब्रह्म, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं नेचर, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं फॉर्मलेस सेक्स एंटिटी. कुछ नहीं था. ठीक है भाई, सबका अपने अपने व्यूज हैं, इसमें क्या बात है. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो आवर पेपर 1 इज ऑल अबाउट तब तू ही था, तू ही था, तू ही तो था. दैट्स इट. बिकॉज दैट इज एंड दैट इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ आवर फ्लाइट ऑफ थॉट. वो हमारा सबका अलग है, राइट? सबका अलग है, तो हम यहां डिबेट कर सकते हैं. We can fight it out and we can have vigorous debate. But since we are aspirant, since we have been given one piece of syllabus, since we have given some thinkers, we have to understand this. And you will be surprised that you will be appreciating their flight of thought. आपको मजा आएगा कि यार कोई ऐसे भी सोच सकता है क्या. This is how your mind will get opened up. You will try to see the different part, different aspect of the reality. Reality कुछ दूसरे तरीके की भी होती है. So it's an enjoyable journey, right? Enjoyable journey means you will understand in one go. Since you have understood, keep on revising. Answer writing you will have confidence. Yes, I can write. क्योंकि हमारा तो वो है, हमें फिलोसोफर नहीं बनना है, राइट? जो भी आपके फिलोसॉफिकल इंक्विजिटिवनेस है, वॉट एवर फिलोसॉफिकल एपेटाइट इज देयर, जस्ट कंट्रोल दैट. दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड हियर. You become IAS, right? And then you study whatever you want. I'll suggest you some wonderful books and you maintain your whole library. लेकिन अभी जो लाइब्रेरी है उस पे लॉक लगा के रखेंगे, otherwise you will be far away from this exam and you will become my competitor and I don't want that, hence I will try my best. बड़ी सिंपल सी कहानी है, राइट? टॉपिक्स बहुत ही छोटे छोटे हैं, कुछ एक टॉपिक्स हैं एक क्लास में खत्म हो जाएगा, समथिंग माइट बी 2 क्लास, एंड कुछ टॉपिक्स हैं कि वो मतलब आधी क्लास में ही खत्म हो जाते हैं, कोई लंबी चौड़ी कहानी नहीं है. वी विल बी हैविंग कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कवरेज, राइट? एंड आवर कोर्स प्लान डेफिनेटली वोंट गो वॉट एवर वी हैव स्पेसिफाइड. इट वेरीज फ्रॉम बैच टू बैच, लेकिन ठीक है, 2.5 से 3 महीने के बीच में कंफर्टेबली विल बी एबल टू फिनिश. यू मूव अलोंग विद द क्लास, feel free to ask. Your all relevant question will be properly handled. Irrelevant question, I will try to convince you, let us not waste our time. If you ask out of context, of course I won't entertain. क्योंकि उनको entertain करने का मतलब है कि फिर आप में उस चीज को जगाना, philosophical वाली चीज को, and that will harm you, not me. I want you to excel. This one point focus I'll move on, and I'm very sure in philosophy you will be best of best having confidence, and I'm damn sure that you will be expecting a lot from the subject in terms of result and in terms of marks. I cannot guarantee, to be very frank, कि यार ये ले लो 500 में से 300 आ जाएंगे, 350 आ जाएंगे, 325 आ जाएंगे. इट्स नॉट सक्सेस गारंटी प्रोग्राम और मनी बैक दैट वे. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. आई जस्ट कांट गारंटी दैट. यस, आई कैन गारंटी एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर पेपर जब भी होगा 5 बजे पेपर खत्म होगा, 5:15 बजे 5:30 बजे यू विल कॉल मी एंड यू विल से मी कि सर आई हैव डन वेल एंड आई एक्सपेक्टिंग लॉट ऑन फिलॉसफी. इसमें बस एक बार नंबर आ गए तो फिर मैं पार हूं सर, एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर आई विल बी डूइंग गेटिंग गुड मार्क्स. आई मीन दैट इज द बिगेस्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट टू मी. उसके बाद क्या होता है ना वो आपको पता है ना मुझे पता है. Isn't it? To be very very straightforward. How can I guarantee your success? लेकिन वो 3 घंटे 6 ने एग्जाम लिखा, कॉन्फिडेंस, that satisfaction I'm sure you will have if you move along with the class और जो basics हैं वो करेंगे तो. And my job stops there, and then let us see what comes out. Isn't it? I think I'm logical. Again to repeat, your job is to move along with the class. क्लास के साथ मूव करते रहो, कोई प्रॉब्लम आनी ही नहीं है. And give your best and forget it, because you just can't control your consequences, your result. One more thing, in the last I will just like to add on one more thing. You all are here in the civil service preparation by choice, not by force. The only people come by choice. Such freedom and such choice was not available to you in 10th standard. And you got 80%, you are supposed to take, no matter what interest you have in history and geography. Did you have such freedom in +2? No, you have to do engineering medical. In selecting discipline in engineering, did you enjoy freedom? No, you said I want to take civil engineering. No, computer science is the best. You take this. Once you have completed your degree, you went to your dad and said, I want to prepare for civils. Definitely he would have said, fine, yeah, it's your choice. And I am very sure after preparing for 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, go back and you say, it's over now, I don't want to prepare, I want to, or I want to go to the abroad, I'm leaving. Definitely he will say, fine, it's your choice, go ahead. Isn't it? So if you are here by choice, that goes without saying that you should give your best. I mean, logically, if you're not giving best, then what is point? Because you are here by your choice. So I want you to give your best. That instinct should be there. Rest of the thing, especially philosophy, I'll take care. If you work hard, I'll work more than you. कहीं कोई टेंशन नहीं है, feel free. But only thing is, I mean, you should put in efforts. And efforts in the sense of what? Revisions and writing practice. इसके अलावा, दो के अलावा तीसरी चीज तो आपने करनी ही नहीं है. Everything you will get ready-made. Fine. So with this background, I'll wind up, and with this background, we will build up some of the concepts of our paper 1. Right. So tomorrow we are meeting at the same time, and we'll start our journey. Okay. Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow same time. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll decide.